All right, Shalom. I'll start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Harakak. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this truth, and are great examples unto the flock. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Shalom unto you. You give your life and your soul for Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, that you may earn your salvation. Shalom unto you. Okay, so I'm sure brothers have seen it on Netflix. I've done different reviews and so on. This is my commentary on it. I may pull a script or two as it goes. But yeah, just watch the movie How It Ends, okay? And Netflix on, it's a movie on Netflix. See if I go back and get the what the movie's about, what they say it's about. Let's see here, overview. Yeah. It says, in the midst of an apocalypse, a man struggles to reach his pregnant wife who is thousands of miles away. Well, what the part they didn't tell you was Forrest Whitaker is her dad, okay? So it's really set up as a so-called black woman, Forrest Whitaker's daughter, is married to a white man. Well, she's not even married to him, but her fiance is a white man, Theo James. You may remember him as number 4 in the Divergent series or whatever. And he may be a Jake, but in the movie it doesn't really matter. Okay? But that image of a white man with a black woman is in this movie. Now, that's something that brothers can go into. I don't know if brothers went into that or not, but I'm not going to go into that either if they didn't. What I am going to go into is the prophecies that took place. Okay? One major thing that happened in this movie was there was nuclear explosion, okay? Whether it was nuclear, they're saying earthquake. Well, all these things are prophecies in the Bible. And matter of fact, I won't play around. I'll just go get the scriptures now. Let me get the book of Luke. Yeah, I want the one in Luke. Luke, bear with me one second. Luke 21, verse 11. Should I start up? Yeah, I'll start up on this. Luke 21 and verse 9, it says, "But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, and the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be from the heaven." Now, in this movie, that's what happened, okay? That's what happened. They had never seen storms like that. Earthquakes was happening every few minutes, you know. There was an EMP that goes off in the movie, apparently, because telecommunications went down. All right, there was thermonuclear fire. If you make it deeper into the movie, all right, and see you got here. He got the gas mask on. He's wondering, and see that in this picture here. I don't know if you can see that. Not the one that says 5 days ago with the convoy in the back. Yeah, that was a train that had a lot of military equipment on it. Okay, Humvees as you see there, all kinds of tanks and different things was on there. Yeah, well they're moving stuff around the country like that now. Now they're not shipping it to the seaport so they can ship it over to Iraq or ship it over to Afghanistan or anywhere like that. This stuff staying here because they're going to use those things over here. And if you don't believe me, then why did during Barack Obama's administration, why did they do all those different acts they signed into legislation, executive orders, like the NDAA and so on and so forth. Right, Rex 84, all of that's coming. They're doing all these different things that's going on. That's all the telecommunications, all that's going to be taken out. And that was in the movie, okay? But they really supplied these cities' police departments with military grade weapons, okay? They gave them MRAPs, which are civilian or urban, basically an urban tank that's more like a car, that moves like a car, a little swifter, can hit corners better than a tank can, or even a Humvee can, better steering. They had that, man. They had those. They had what else was in the movie? Natural disasters, you know. Seattle, they was based out of Seattle. Seattle was destroyed. Okay? People had prepped. Yeah, we got about 3 weeks worth of food. 3 weeks. Most Americans, especially you Jakes, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, you got 2 or 3 days worth of food. Unless it's the beginning of the month, you just got your EBT or whatever, and you just went out and bought up the grocery store best you could with Hot Pockets and ramen noodles, so on and so forth, soda and whatever else. But that goes quick as well. Chips, a real living situation, that's not how you get down. Another one where they showed, I believe he was an Edomite, I think. They showed him walking and riding down a little cart or whatever, a little off-road ATV or whatever, riding around with a deer, where he had captured a deer. Okay? Hunting. They're going to be hunting out there in that day. All right? Those things are going to happen, man. But when you go into this movie, good watch. The ending might piss you off, but, they can only do so much. They can only give you so many scenarios. You got to remember, we're still in the midst of Esau's kingdom, okay? It's still Esau's kingdom. They got the chick one. Anyway, it's still Esau's kingdom, and he's not. And see, that was the thing that they didn't want to show at the end of this movie, even though the movie said how it ends. Okay, they didn't want to show you that this was the end of it all. It was a catastrophic situation that's supposed to end all life right at that moment. They kind of cut it short. All right, so I'm gonna get this. And like I said, the movie name is How It Ends. So I'm gonna read this in 2nd Esdras chapter 6. Yeah, I'm gonna just jump straight to 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, how it ends." Okay, and Jacob is the beginning thereof. The beginning of it that followeth. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question asked thou, not Esdras. Okay, but that was the point. Esau is the end of Esau's kingdom and the beginning of Jacob's or the Israelites' kingdom after this. Well, they had it like this was the end of the world. One of the guys in there, I got to get another script that they had in there. I'm going to just read it. 2nd Esdras 15, because 2nd Esdras 15 and 16 got to come out in these apocalyptic movies. It's not a true apocalyptic movie unless these come out, okay? This is clearly in the movie. 2nd Esdras 15 and 13, it says, "They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail and with the fearful constellation." What's the fearful constellation? The missiles dropping on America and destroying America. Well, they didn't have it large scale. They had it small scale to where something catastrophic hit Seattle. One of the guys in the movie, he hypothesized that it was the government shooting upon his own upon Seattle and different parts of the West Coast. You don't feel like, it feels like it's an earthquake, but then they cut telecommunications. All of this your government has power to do. And they've been running PSYOPs, which is psychological operations. They've been running these PSYOPs through all these different shootings, different situations. All right? San Bernardino, Sandy Hook, the one in Aurora, Colorado. What's another one? The ones in Baton Rouge. Those, and there was a Post nightclub in Orlando with the gay people. Then this recent one with the children, the bridge collapsing in Miami. They're doing these psyops to get to, and you can tell that they're psyops by how lack of truth and how much the information switches up the more time goes on. I'm forgetting Route 91 here in Las Vegas. They shot up a bunch of rednecks, cowboys or whatever you want to call them. Okay, one gunman just stood at the window and just started blasting, just running back and forth, blasting people just for fun. Okay, even though there's footage and all the truths about the situation that don't support the one answer that they're giving about the one lone gunman, whatever his name was, Stephen Paddock shooting up everybody from his hotel room on the corner of the hotel. Okay? So they conduct these psyops, and that's what the guy in the movie was saying. These are the psyops. They're doing that. They cut telecommunications. And when you look at how these things play out, you can see the same thing that the guy in the movie was seeing. That, okay, why is all the power over the country out, but it was just something that hit the West Coast? Military's involved, cutting off cities. And I'm going to read that part. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be a sedition of men and invading one another. And that's exactly what was going on. They were doing it for gas. In all these apocalyptic movies, food and gas is usually the currency that's fought over, okay? That people rape and rob for, all right? It says, and they shall not regard their princes, kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their hand. Yeah, whoever had the biggest gun, the fastest draw, was the one that was winning situations. In the movie, they had a guy run up on, the main characters with bats. So he put out a gun, and they ran, okay? The course of their actions will stand in the power of their hand. Yeah, if they have a gun, they're going to use that. Or a sword, so to speak, okay? It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. The military was cutting off all kinds of streets and in cities from you. You couldn't get through the military. Then in even some smaller towns, people was cutting it off, okay? Certain bridges, they was like, no, you ain't getting by here. And they had to do some special shit to get by the people, not without giving it away, to try to get past the people that was stopping them at the bridge, all right? There's certain cops and whatever else that didn't want people coming in, messing up their town, so they were holding it down to make sure that nobody came in there and messed up their town, okay? The best part for me, I'm trying to think of a script that goes with it, but the best part for me was the main character always got frustrated when he realized when people would call it out that things wasn't going to go back to how it was. Things are not going to go back to the way it was. Like I said, this is the end of Esau's world and the beginning of it that followeth. Now let me go to this one in Isaiah. It's talking about women in particular, but there's a line in there that is just true. Let me get it 1 second. Right there. Yeah. Isaiah 32:10, it says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Yeah, the military never showed up to solve anything. They never showed that happen in the movie. They were around. They never showed it them solve or even get on the national broadcast system to tell people what it was to set people at ease. Like it's okay. It's just you couldn't go west or whatever. Well, that's going to be all over this country when this dollar collapses, when things like that happen, okay? Dollar collapses, martial law, uprisings of the people. People are already gathering. They're trying to bring over a baby Trump blow-up doll or whatever, a huge blow-up Trump doll to bring to America is in another country just so they can help protest Trump. You know, well, there's uprisings all over. Let's not forget, majority of this country voted this guy in. White America voted this guy in. So this country is divided now, and it says that it's going to happen. Okay, and you know, and at the end there were missiles that hit, and the fire that followed it. You know, so on and so forth. So you gotta think about these things, man. This is going to come true. All these directors are using this stuff straight out the scriptures, okay? Because they know it has to come to pass, and it's called predictive programming. All right, look into that a little bit, okay? But the point is, the Bible has all of these things written in prophecy inside the Bible. When you learn to put the prophecies, you know, and the full understanding and the precepts together, you can get a full understanding out of it, okay? Or listen to men break it down for you. But like I was just saying, the main character had a problem, just like you 2/3 and all you non-believers, man. You guys don't want to hear the part that you don't understand. You don't understand that this world has to discontinue at some, you know, it has to. It has to discontinue, okay? It's too damn wicked. Matter of fact, let me go back. Yeah, I think she was in a movie. Yep. See if they got any other good scenes. Yeah, that scene right there, where you see all that dirt and smoke behind them. Yeah, that's a real scene in the movie. Lost my train of thought. Bear with me one second. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pick up over here in the book of Ezekiel. It's because these people, man, when they hear these things, Jake gets upset because Jake is just now fully settled in and getting comfortable with society as it is. They feel that they have a handle on what's going on. They're willing to be wicked. They don't feel it's a bad thing. This is the way it's supposed to be. This generation is just completely engulfed in the philosophy of the so-called white man, Esau, the Edomites of the Bible that run the world. The Illuminati, the Gettys, the Bilderbergs, the Rothschilds, so on and so forth. The elite banking families that secretly run the world, okay? It's not a big secret anymore. But our people get mad when they realize that you're out here telling them the truth about it. Same thing that happened in the movie. A guy was telling me what happened. He was like, look, but I'm not crazy, right? Oh, just forget about it. I was just saying, just a point of view. You just have to make light of it, you know, so the guy didn't get upset. Because the guy was getting mad about it, okay? So I'm going to jump down to Ezekiel chapter 3. Verse 4 says, and he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. What's my words? My words are the words out of this Bible in the proper spirit and that you break it down, that you're supposed to break it down with, okay? It says, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel, to you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Whether you speak Spanish, there's prophets out there speaking Spanish. Whether you speak another language, there's prophets out there speaking your language, okay? The confusion of faces, they're out there teaching in their languages as well, okay? In the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all across the four corners of the earth. Mainly, majority here, right here in Babylon, a.k.a. the United States of America, okay? Babylon meaning the land of confusion, all right? It says, not too many of a strange speech, of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee unto them, they would have hearkened unto thee. The other nations would have heard it if it were for them. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. They don't want to listen to reason, okay? It says, behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their forehead. Why? Because they're going to be angry and they're going to want to reject this thing wholeheartedly. That's exactly what happened in the movie, and that's exactly what you people do when you encounter us on the streets, or when you click into our live show, or you watch our videos and you comment. You take the entertainment value of it, but you don't take the truth angle of it, and that how it's going to affect you. Okay? It says, as an adamant harder than flint, have I made thy forehead, one of the hardest stones out there, flint stone, okay? Fear them not, neither be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, All my words that I shall speak unto thee, receive in thine heart and hear with thine ears, that you may receive salvation. Okay? That's why we do it, so we can earn our salvation. So we get these words, we break them down, we understand it. The apostles broke it down to us. We understand the concepts, and we go back and we teach this doctrine. Okay? The truth to our people, that America will be destroyed, and this is the end of the so-called white man's kingdom, Esau, the end of his kingdom. And we're going to rule in righteousness after this, but only the elect is going to get salvation out of this. Not everybody. Not you Christians, not you Muslims, not you, none of you other groups, okay? None of the other nations. Only the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. 1/3 and 144,000, okay, are the ones that are going to make it, all right? Nobody else is going to make it through this. Everybody else that's not in the areas that get destroyed, they're going to go into slavery if they're not Israelites. If they are Israelites, they got to get killed if they're not of the elect, all right? To start them over. They will know the truth after death by pain, all right? So this is a very exclusive thing, all right? The Most High loves it that way, all right? I'm going to jump down to verse 17. I always like reading it. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear my words at my mouth and give them warning from me. And when we see movies like this, it's easy to go into and give the warning, because the movie gives you simple people the visuals. We've seen these visuals when we read the scriptures, okay? But a lot of you aren't able to see it. All right, so these movies, we use these movies to give you a visual. The Terminator 2s, the Demolition Man, and the movies like The Road and Book of Eli. Different movies like that, where you can see the chip, Black Mirror. You can see the chip in effect, RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. You can see post-apocalyptic war, World War III, Independence Day, with the chariots coming. All these movies are set up for you to be able to see and understand things out of the Bible, to help give you a visual for you that lack imagination, okay? So, yeah, check this movie out, man. It's a good movie. It puts some things in the visuals. The militias, the different groups, they're all in the movies. How important weapons are, money is in these days, having skills, mechanic skills, just faith, all these things, okay? So with that, I'm going to close out, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Arakakwadash, that belongs to the elder apostles at Great Millstone, who rule well, and greetings, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Check the movie out, man. It's not a bad movie. If you understand these prophecies, it's worth a watch. Shalom.